Religious freedom does not dilute, but emboldens our witness. But there's something else you'll see, and something I like as you move through our lesson to the very end in verse 12, you'll see that religious freedom lets the real Jesus to please stand up. Now, I don't know if I had hip-hop on my mind when I was writing the sermon, or I'm just excited about karaoke later today with my young friends. We're having karaoke day, but I just kept getting this line, will the real King Jesus please stand up, please stand up, please stand up. Because when you look in the culture today, there are a lot of counterfeit Jesuses. And I fear that some of our churches, some people of faith, some of our brothers and sisters might have gone the way of these counterfeit Jesuses and have jumped all in to follow perhaps one of these counterfeit Jesuses. Religious freedom lets the real Jesus to please stand up. We have counterfeit Jesuses like policy Jesus. Policy Jesus looks to reinforce and reflect those writing the policies more than the Jesus who ought to inform the policies. We have puppet Jesus, who only confirms the prejudices of his masters, propping up false kings and queens. We have pawn Jesus, who only enters the playing field when people need votes and to lobby their constituents. And we have partisan Jesus, who demonizes other parties and weaponizes legislation that is often selective, exclusive, and conspiratorial. When Peter and John stand up, when Peter and John took the public stage and asked, would the real Jesus please stand up, they boldly proclaimed, this is verse 12, you don't want to miss this, there is salvation in what? No one else. For there is no other name under heaven given among mortals by which we must be saved. There is no other name. There is no one else. No counterfeit Jesus will do. Will the real King Jesus please stand up? Will the real Jesus stand up and shatter the policy Jesus by reminding us that the promise of America is a pursuit of life, liberty, and happiness for all of our constituents and all of our citizens, not just the policymakers or the financiers. The real King Jesus, when he stands up, unmasks the puppet Jesus, knowing that no idol can make up for the real thing, and God will not be confined or played by strings. Will the real Jesus please stand up and outmaneuver pawn Jesus, declaring checkmate by the authority found in our sovereign, provident God? And will the real Jesus please stand up and throw partisan Jesus into the wind where partisan Jesus belongs? You see, if we truly believe in a community and a culture in which religious freedom is one of the bedrock cornerstones of our nation, then we will not be afraid to believe and declare that there is no other name by which people are saved. Religious freedom will never be a threat in the face of the real King Jesus.